So a little birdie told me you wanted to start doing your own nails at home, but you don't really know where to start? You've come to the right place. Hi, my name is Naeva. Welcome to my little corner on the internet. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do Gel X at home like a pro. I saw this picture on Pinterest and immediately I wanted to recreate it and have that on my hands. A few little disclaimers before we start this video. I am not a nail professional, a nail tech, a nail artist. I am just a girl who has learned to do her own nails at home, and I've gathered some knowledge through YouTube videos and past and previous nail techs that have done my nails. I've been doing my own nails for maybe 4 years now. I tried to go as in-depth as I could in this video. I do recommend that you go do some other research also, just to make sure, but I can assure you that doing your own nails is not as hard as you think, and it's definitely not as expensive as you think. So without further ado, let's do some nails. First, we're going to be starting off with clean, natural nail beds. Then I'm going to grab my Sally Hansen's Instant Cuticle Remover and put that all over my cuticles. I don't recommend touching your cuticles if you're a beginner at doing your own nails, just because there are a lot of things that can go wrong. I'm using a metal cuticle pusher backer thing, and I'm just going to be gently pushing back my cuticles. Again, if you are a beginner, I recommend you use one of those wooden dowels because they are much more gentle on the skin. Next, I'm grabbing some alcohol and just wiping off that excess cuticle remover because it's not good to keep it on your skin for so long. Using my nail drill and a small nail bit, I'm going to be kind of giving myself a Russian manicure, so I'm going to be gently lifting my cuticles in order to trim them and make my nail beds look really clean and neat. And this will also help with the Gel X application because there's going to be a little bit more surface for the gel to stick to on your nails. And it just overall gives a really nice clean look. Grabbing my cuticle nippers, I'm going to be gently taking off the excess skin that I was able to take off with my drill, that I was able to lift with my drill. Now, once that is done, we can move on to the gel application. I'm going to be using the Après Gel X Soft Soak Extension in Sculpted Almond Medium. This is a really important step. You really need to find which sizes fit your nails the best, making sure that they fit sidewall to sidewall. You always want to grab a size that's a little bit too big and file the sides, than a size that's too small, because then it'll just pop off. A really important step that helps make your Gel X last really long is etching the inside of your nail extension so that the gel has something to grip to, and it'll really help the longevity of your Gel X. Next, I'm going to be grabbing my Après pH bonder. If you don't have this, you could just use rubbing alcohol, but this is just to dehydrate and remove any of that excess oil from your nail beds, so there's no interference with the gel. The second step is I'm going to be grabbing my Après primer and applying a thin coat all over my nails. Now I'm going to be putting nail glue. As you can see, this says Beetles Blooming Gel. I made a mistake and I only realized until after I was editing this, but the bottle looks exactly the same. So don't do like I did and actually use nail glue. I looked it up, it's not the end of the world. My nails are still on. It's been 2 weeks since I filmed this video and none of them are lifting. So it's not the end of the world, but don't do this. So I'm going to be applying a very thin layer of the nail glue to the Gel X extension, making sure that it doesn't overflow, and gently bringing it to my gooseneck lamp, flash curing that for 10 to 15 seconds, and then once my whole hand is done, curing that fully in a big nail lamp for 60 seconds. Once you've done that to both of your hands, I like a nice long skinny nail, so I'm just filing the sides to make my nails look even longer and skinnier. Next, I'm going to be grabbing my nail drill and I'm going to be roughening up the surface and removing any shine from the nail extension to give the polish something to grip to. A little step I started recently doing that really helps my nails last longer and avoid lifting is grabbing some acetone and literally melting off the edge of your nail extension so there's no harsh line and that it blends beautifully with your natural nail. Once that is done, go ahead and wash your hands and use one of these little nail brushes to really get all of that excess nail dust. Now we can move on to the most exciting part, which is the design. So for today, I saw this picture on Pinterest that I really wanted to recreate. So I grabbed a few of my Beatles colors. I grabbed some pinks, some reds, some whites, and I ended up mixing a bunch of stuff together. But for my base color, I'm using this Amelie shade. It's a really nice nude pink in the shade 22, and putting that all over my nails. Next, I'm grabbing this light pink color in my Beatles collection and I'm drawing a little French tip on my pinky. Using that same pink color, I'm going to be drawing vertical lines on my middle and ring finger. I wanted a nice hot pink, which I didn't really have, so I mixed my own color and drew vertical lines with that color as well on my middle and ring finger. On my pointer finger, I just grabbed my little dotting tool and did little polka dots all over my nail. Using that same custom dark red shade, I'm doing a French tip on my pinky. Next, I'm grabbing my gelish top coat, applying a thin coat all over my nails, curing that for 60 seconds. And because it's a wipe off top coat, grabbing some alcohol and wiping that sticky layer off. Finally, I'm grabbing some cuticle oils and putting that all over my nails. And this is the final look. Now you should have gorgeous, gorgeous nails like this. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it was helpful. I hope it was easy to understand and to follow along. I love doing my own nails. I will be 100% sure to film the next few sets that I do. I love you so, so much. I will see you in the next one. Bye!
Apple of my eye and them apple bottom jeans. Boots with the fur, Y2K on your seams. Puff in my chest, trying to act for the scene. Cause I'm trying to get low, eat everything in between. Trying to get low, be my yin yang twin. Twin flame, insane, you should keep her with them hips.